Hey vinyl community, Jeff here again. I'm going to jump on another contest this time around. This is for Doug over at the Auditory Vinyl. I meant to get on this last week, but things got away from me. And with me. Yeah, that'll work. He's just doing a contest to give his channel a little shove in the subscribers. And it's the 1, 2, 3 Go contest. So it's based on 3 questions, 1, 2, 3. And let's get right into this. So the first question is, the first prompt there is to give a shout out to one other channel and show an album that they would probably show, type thing. So I'm going with the Tag from Down Under, and I'm showing an album that I know he would show, but I mean that I know he would like because I've seen him show it. Hellfire and Damnation by Saxon. I recently picked this up. I'm not even sure, did I ever do a video showing this? Because, you know, it's just a release that's a given that I'm going to get this at some point. So, yeah, I was able to, had a gift card or something, so I was able to pick this up. So, another, you know, Attack from Down Under is another, lot of metal. So, obviously, right up my alley, and this would be right up his alley. And he has shown that. So, there's a shout out there. The second question is, show 2 bands or artists that you don't see very much in the VC that people would like, that you think people would like, that you never or rarely ever see. I'm going to show Flying Colors as one of them. So I think I've heard, I don't know, I might have seen somebody else show Flying Colors. Flying Colors is kind of a super group. It's got Steve Morse of, you know, Dixie Dregs, Deep Purple fame, a lot of other bands. Neil Morse, not related, Spike Spears, his own stuff, things along that line. Mike Portnoy, Dream Theater on drums, you know, Casey. It's just, and it's a lot of harmonies. It's got a small amount of prog elements, but this was kind of supposed to be had a lot of guys from various prog type bands putting out a non-prog / poppy type album, and they've done 3. This is their 3rd. And, you know, they're still around. You know, they just have so far done 3 albums and like 3 live albums. They put an album out and a live album back and forth. Very melodic, very catchy, a lot of hooks, a lot of harmonies. So it's not going to be, you know, I know I show a lot of metal and stuff. It's not going to be metallic in that sense. It's got a little edge, but it's not heavy in that sense. Very hooks and harmonies. So I don't think people either don't know about it or just have never checked it out. I actually saw one of their albums once in a used record bin, which was shocking that somebody bought it and got rid of it, because I love these guys. So that's one. And then here's one, and people may think of it as a joke, and I think that's why you don't see it as much, and people don't take it serious, or they don't give it a listen, because to us it was, you know, kind of a joke. I'm talking David Cassidy, kind of a joke. The Partridge Family, it's a running joke. I love the Partridge Family. I love the songs. I love the way they do it. And David Cassidy, of course, wanted to be a rocker. He went off and did stuff which is really more adult contemporary, AOR type stuff. It didn't really have much of a rock flair. But in comparison to the bubblegum stuff the Partridge Family's putting out, he was trying to do something more on the adult contemporary side, more on that era. So, but I don't, you know, he's got a lot of fans. When he was still alive and with us, you know, he had decent turnout to concerts, and, you know, a draw for that. But I don't know if people, they just kind of throw it in that bin of, it's just bubblegum music like the Partridge Family. And it's not. I recently picked this up. Usually in the wild, you'll see Cherish and Rock You Baby. There's the only first 2 albums by him are the only 2 I see in the wild. And I saw one a long time ago, should have bought it. It was the another one, Dreams Are Nothing, I forget the name. It's the one that came a little later. And I should have bought it, and I didn't. I went back like the next week and it was gone. So people are buying this stuff. But I never find the other stuff in between there. And it's just smooth, radio-friendly pop. I mean, it's along the same lines as anything else of this era, the Barry Manilow's and the stuff like that. So they don't give it a chance. And I think if people kind of stopped and really got rid of that stigma of Partridge Family and blah blah teen idol and just listen to music, you probably would find that it's good music you just never gave a chance to listen to. So yeah, so I was able to pick this up for just a couple dollars. Again, it's one of the ones, there's quite a few in this era that I'm looking for in vinyl, but they're really hard to find. All right, third question was three artists, 3 albums, 3 bands with the same artist. So you got a person that's involved in multiple projects. Could be a solo album, etc., etc. So I've got one, and I could have went. He's in like 5 or 6 active bands, but I'm going to show you 3. We're going with Transatlantic. We're going to go back to, well, let's start here. We're going to start with Neil Morse, and he actually has the Neil Morse Band, not so much a solo thing. It is his band, but it's a group effort. So Neil Morse and the Neil Morse Band, and then Neil Morse does have quite a bit of solo albums he puts out in between Neil Morse Band stuff. So that, I'm not even counting the solo stuff. He's also in Transatlantic with Mike Portnoy and Royna Stott and Peter, I don't even mispronounce his name. Again, another supergroup type thing of all kinds of prog bands. So they're active. They record an album every couple of years. They tour. They're all together. And then, of course, I'm going back to the Flying Colors I already showed. Another active. He's got all 3 of these plus solo stuff plus another side project that's more of acoustic pop type stuff with a couple guys. And Neil puts out 3 or 4 albums a year, it seems like. The bands are all constantly getting together here and there. So there you go. 3 bands, at least 3 bands that Neil Morse has been a part of. And in some cases, you could throw Mike Portnoy in there because Neil and Mike do a lot of stuff together. So Flying Colors is Neil and Mike. And, you know, the Transatlantic is Neil and Mike. And, yeah, the Neil Morse and him work together on a lot of different projects, so you can almost throw both guys in. But Neil, in this case, there's 3 albums with him, and they are all active bands that are currently still occasionally getting together and recording and or touring. There you go, Doug. Channel below, check it out, jump on board his contest, and we'll see you later. Rock on and rock hard.